Wednesday on this sticky, rainy day. I am here with my amazing co-host, Miss Ashley Gentry. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you, Michelle Ozimi?
I'm fantastic, but I'm kind of hot, which I don't ever say. It's warm in here.
It is warm in here.
Are you warm?
Well, I'm always warm.
You are, but
Yeah.
it's warm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm hot.
It's because you're in my presence.
It is. It's that. It's the high pony.
It is the high pony.
I mean, looking sassy today,
Thank you.
my friend.
Well, it's also raining outside.
What is with that? I'm over it.
It's going to be real gnarly today.
I know.
So-
I'm not excited about that.
So if your garage isn't cleaned out like mine, go find an awning somewhere in.
Oh, yeah. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because you got a nice parking garage.
I do. I love it. I have 5 floors I can park
You have
on.
5 floors and you randomly forget which floor you
do.
park on sometimes.
do.
It's like, where's Waldo? The car edition.
And it's cool because my car will tell me where I'm at, but not the exact floor.
Okay,
and so
got
it's
it.
like, okay, so I'm between 2 or 3,
Okay.
and I can usually figure it out.
Do you just click your thing
Yeah.
to try to? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. But check out our new toy.
Isn't this fun?
I love it. And
my gosh.
Look at this, guys. Throttle Up. We still have tickets May 2nd,
They said it's Friday.
Friday. First of all,
know.
I can't even believe we're in May. It's May.
I know. Did you see on my TikToks? It's like every millennial trying not to say it. Justin Timberlake. It's gonna be May. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
And it's totally. I know. I mean, I'm a geriatric millennial.
You
but
are.
I'm still
You
one.
are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But May 2nd,
May 2nd.
Throttle Up.
Throttle Up. Free
Okay.
tickets on Eventbrite at Metrotex.
And we'll just go through it real quick. We got Justin Landon. He's going to do State of the Industry kickoff for the day.
Yes.
And then, Michelle and I might actually do a little podcasting session.
We are.
You
It's
know?
going to be fun.
It's
Don't
gonna-
worry, guys. I have a plan.
She does have a plan.
I have a plan.
We've got.
We made Rick laugh. 4 minutes in, we already made him giggle.
That's always the goal.
Oh, I felt the air. Okay.
We've got Wayne Salmons with Hero Nation. And
So
he's
excited
gonna
for
be-
Wayne. He's our inspiration and motivation.
Always.
If he can't get you going, then
Check
your pulse. Check your pulse.
Yeah, you're toast. And then Corey Turner. What's Corey doing?
he's doing social media.
Okay.
Like a boss.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
gonna be
Tactical. And I even heard that we might have an unveiling of the mobile studio.
Yes, I'm super excited. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen
I was
it.
one of the first ones.
Okay.
I know.
Oh.
I've got to play with it. It's going to be so much fun. So come on Friday.
Super pumped.
It's free. Find it on Eventbrite
Yes.
or reach out to one of us.
Get
and-
tickets so we know you're coming.
Yes.
But they're free.
Okay.
It's easy.
Free
Easy to
99.
find.
My
Yeah.
husband's if you ask him what's his favorite drink, he says free. And then second is cold.
Fair.
So it's
Fair.
free and we'll have cold drinks.
Yeah. And I might have a couple little tumblers to give away too.
wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about AI and social media and all of those things, kind of like what we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But more on the side of how it works for women and women in our industry,
Okay.
rather. And what I found interesting, do you Pinterest?
I used to, but
Right?
I can't do it anymore.
I haven't been on Pinterest in years.
Yeah.
And I've had, through the years, I've had multiple marketing firms tell me I need a Pinterest account, and Knob and Key probably does have one.
Yeah.
And my daughter has even told me, oh, she's going to Purdue. Can we take a moment? Purdue.
Whoop, whoop.
So proud. Go Boilermakers or Boiler Up, whatever it is. I don't know. It's a train. I don't know. I don't
It's a
understand.
train.
There's a train.
Choo choo.
Yeah, goes around the school. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay, sounds fun. What a gimmick.
Yeah, it's fun. That's costing me a fortune, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, she even has talked about the Pinterest and from a business perspective.
Okay.
Obviously she uses it for, all of her dorm photos and prom photos and those kind of things. But it's been mentioned several times. 86% of the people on Pinterest are women.
That's why I'm not on it.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband has a Pinterest. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me that Alan has a Pinterest.
Alan has a
My
Pinterest.
daughter learned how to. I mean, she downloaded Pinterest when she was 7.
I don't
and
think I
started
even
making her own
have
boards.
it.
Yeah.
I just never, we went through a phase during the design of our home way back when, and that's when, remember House?
Yeah.
And maybe it's still a thing. I don't know.
It is
And
because
so
I
that
tell
was
ChatGPT to write my listing descriptions that would be on there or Architectural Digest, and so it pulls from there.
Okay. So I think that was my Pinterest phase, and I just got completely worn out by it. So I never really got into Pinterest, and I think they were kind of simultaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've never done the Pinterest thing, but evidently, with 86% of women on there, it's a great opportunity to share your business, talk about your business. Like, it's not just the boards and things like that. See, I was hoping you had been on there because I don't really know what it looks like anymore. Like, I just think of clothes and couches.
No,
Like,
it's the same. The only thing I use it for is recipes.
well, I think we're wrong. I think that there's more to it. So we're going to have to investigate.
I'll let you do that.
I'm going to let Gracie do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So Pinterest is a big thing.
Okay.
TikTok. That's your department.
That's my department.
How do you use TikTok?
Well, I don't use it in a way to leverage my business just yet, but that is a goal of mine.
Okay. Like a goal that you have written down? Like,
Ooh, no, I don't write things down.
and you're remarkable?
No.
No?
It's
No,
still
like a list of your goals and your the 5 hierarchies of life? No. Okay. Just thought I'd ask. Okay.
No, but TikTok, actually, here's what I will say is for somebody like me that, again, is an auditory learner and also sometimes
Very combative. Yeah.
That's not where I was going with that.
No. Okay.
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 But I also like the things.
We're making the new guy laugh too.
we
over
are.
there.
I like it.
I like it.
Digestible bits. And that's what's great about TikTok, because I can sit there if something's trending or something's going on, I can search it in TikTok. And then I find like the top videos that have the most views and everything else, kind of like you would Google. And then I can watch somebody tell me what's going on for 60 seconds while I'm doing my hair and makeup. And that's how I do my news.
You get your news off TikTok?
Uh-huh.
That sounds very accurate.
Hey, here's the funny part. I have sent many a TikToks to Justin Landon, and he's like, I don't think that's true. I'll investigate. He's like, dadgummit, Ashley. I'm like, ha! I scooped you on TikTok.
Dang it.
No,
Dang it.
But I think it's great. It's and it's funny. And the 2 days that TikTok was down and I had to do Instagram.
Yeah, what did you do?
I went on Instagram. It wasn't the same.
See, I love Instagram.
No, I'm over it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. Instagram's my favorite.
Okay.
I just think you can do so much on Instagram.
So have you downloaded TikTok?
No.
Can you? I will do so many more things with you if you download TikTok. I'll write something down.
I don't believe you.
I will.
I don't believe you.
I will get out my Remarkable and I will write something down if you download TikTok so I can share so many fun things with you.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll think about it. I just feel like they cuss a lot on TikTok.
No, it's only if that's in your algorithm.
I feel like it's in your algorithm.
This morning it was just a lot of puppies.
Oh, I like puppies.
Yeah, it was a lot of doodles.
So I have an issue with AI. It's
I thought you were going to say you have an issue with doodles. And I'm like,
No, I
who
love
has an issue?
doodles.
It's like, who has an issue with doodles?
So-
You are a monster.
No, I love doodles. I love puppies. I love animals. But AI like stumped me on Facebook recently.
Oh, because you thought it was a real?
I thought they were real.
No.
Like all of these little whales coming to the ships to have the barnacles taken off of them. I thought it was so sweet and precious. I was like, oh, humans
You're
aren't
like my mom.
I'm
That's
like,
hysterical.
Humans aren't so bad after all. And then I sent one to my husband. He goes, you know that's not real, right? And I was like, oh, I had to. It took me a minute.
So you got it.
And yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then I had to admit that no, I didn't know it wasn't real. Which made me really sad because we have a long-standing. He makes fun of me because I thought Forrest Gump was based on a true story.
Oh, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
It was
Okay.
the running, and then I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like we watched the whole movie, and then he started running.
I was running.
And I was like, that's a long, like I run. And I was like, I don't really
a
think
long
you
time.
can do that.
Yeah.
He was like, this isn't real.
You're so sweet.
I'm not though. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, that's funny. It's like I wore my pink jacket yesterday.
You did. I saw it. It was adorable.
Yeah. And it's so funny because even one of my business partners met with him, and I've known him for years. Shout out to Ike. And we were sitting at Mudleaf Coffee here in Plano, and he looks at me and he goes, there's just something different about you. And I said, oh, what is it? And he goes, he just looks, I think it's the pink. You look so, I said, I look sweet. And he starts laughing. And he's like the nicest guy in the world. He goes, you do. And he said, I've never thought about you that way. And I'm like, oh,
With
it's-
love and respect, of course.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
absolutely. It's just when I'm trying to embody, sometimes like maybe I'm not feeling as sweet. So if I wear the pink, it'll
Yes.
radiate it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
anyways,
like that.
so
I
was
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I find you sweet though too.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
But that is an interesting comment that you make because as women, we have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to put on like this front
Yeah.
so that we can negotiate and be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And that can be challenging.
Sure.
That's a whole nother show.
It is a whole nother show.
I'll make a note.
Let's
I'll
arm
write
wrestle.
Yeah, I'll write it in my Remarkable.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the other area that social media and AI and all of those things. So specifically, what it said for TikTok is you're going to use the algorithm to reach female demographics with quick and practical tips.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I have mastered
You have
putting a duvet in its sack.
really?
Yeah, or the comforter in the duvet sack, whatever they're called.
Can you fold a fitted sheet?
Ooh, why would somebody do that?
That is just mean.
But I will tell you, my husband and I, we used to literally get in knockdown, drag out fights. Half the time he would get stuck in the duvet trying to do it and tie it, right? I mean, like, it's a whole thing. And so
we ultimately just bought something different.
You did?
We did, yeah. Oh, yeah,
no,
we
no.
still have it. Because it was a Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
And it was very expensive, but it caused too much grief because it took the whole family to try to put this thing together.
it literally, it's an act of Congress trying to put
It is.
the duvet together. But I watched TikTok, and so my husband looks at me, and I show him the video, and he goes, surely it's not that easy. I turn around, and 45 seconds later, I had the duvet in there.
Okay, that's incredible.
It's amazing.
Now
See,
that's- that's worth downloading
That's
TikTok.
worth downloading TikTok. I got her. Yes.
Because that Ralph Lauren duvet has been drugged from several different housing establishments.
I will
and
send it to you.
just-
It's absolutely amazing. But those are the things, or
love
even
it.
just like styling tips and stuff
Yeah.
on how to like create a moodier, layered bedroom or
Yes.
things like, I mean, like you can find that stuff on there really quickly. This thing keeps on popping
I'm
up on
about
my
to be
TikTok.
an empty nester. I don't need a moody bedroom.
It's great.
Yeah.
But this thing keeps on popping on my TikTok.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Rick, we're on TikTok?
No, the machine.
Oh, I thought you meant throttle up.
Oh, no. Yeah, that'd be great
Yeah.
if we were on TikTok.
Are we on TikTok? No?
No.
Yes?
TikTok's a pain in the ass to go live.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, so we're not on TikTok.
We're not, no, but this thing has been following me for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
ooh,
Okay.
I need a roaming tablet. And,
You do.
And I'm like, why do I need it? But I need it. And then it's here. So
I
now
love it. Now it's really good.
it's
gonna
really
be
like
everywhere.
TikTok in real life.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Ashley.
Yes.
Don't you want me? I do. I do want you. I'm going to
What
order
would
it.
you do with it?
I would do my Pilates more if I had this.
That's such a lie.
I was laughing while I was saying it.
Like, what about this would make you do more Pilates?
No, you know what would end up happening? My daughter
You would just make
take it.
notes on it.
Yeah, it probably would, but my daughter would probably take it in the bath. Like she'd like sit there while she's taking it. You like baths?
I do.
You could just sit there and
It's like a giant remarkable.
Oh my gosh, we never find her again. Here lies Michelle, dead in the tub with
Shriveled
her
up.
giant remarkable. Yeah.
Oh, but I've planned for ages for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it would
like
be
it.
great. What I like about Facebook is that you can build the targeted Facebook groups
Yep.
for female first-time homebuyers or women investors. I think
Okay.
that's huge. I think
like
that's
that.
a great opportunity.
You know what I just thought about? I want to go on a tangent. I work with a lot of investors.
You do?
They're not women.
No,
I maybe we need to change that.
you do. I think you should start a Facebook group for women investors.
Huh.
I think that's a
need to
great
empower
idea.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's that they're not investing. I would statistically, I would like to see what the percentage of investors are male versus female. I think
Yeah.
that would be an interesting
Yeah.
bit of research. Now, there are, I work with a lot of husband and wives, and so
Sure.
the wives are a part of the investment plan, but the husband is driving,
Right.
the
Right.
acquisition of finding a property, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that might
But
be an
more and
interest-
more, there are like women who are the drivers and single women.
Well, that's the funny. There's
Yeah.
more single women buyers
Yeah.
for primary residences
Absolutely.
than there are men.
Yeah,
But
that
then,
makes sense.
But then I think on the investing side, it's probably more male dominated. That would be a good Facebook group. I
It
think,
absolutely would be.
or at least creating some content around
Yeah.
that.
No, I think that's huge.
Okay, I
And
like it.
something where you're very well versed. I mean,
Yes.
you have the knowledge and the experience.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay, I like
New
it.
business plan.
New business plan.
I love it.
You should write it down for me.
I will.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Okay, so that kind of takes care of the social media piece.
Okay.
But I thought AI, there were some interesting things that we could do with AI. I mean, everyone knows about the writing tools to write your home descriptions
Sure.
and things like that. Sure. But you can also implement AI analytics to identify the female trends within your market area, which could also help you with your Facebook group and your investor females.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool too.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am. How often are you using AI in a day? Because I'm finding it is becoming just a regular part of my day, more and more and more.
It is for me.
Yeah.
For sure. I also, I used it for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I uploaded a CMA, and I actually was talking to it and saying, here's what I think, and here are some differences in some of the properties and everything else. I'd love you to analyze the data and then tell me if I'm spot on where I think the range for this house is. And it gave me this amazing detailed breakdown.
Okay.
Of
So you took a CMA from what, Netris, that you created?
yeah, just a quick CMA, not like a big one.
Okay.
A quick CMA. I gave a little information on each house, and then a little and a little context on mine, and it was that was it. And then it came back with this great framework that I was able to share with a client as to where we needed to list his property and the reasons why we needed to list the property. And it was great.
So here's a question I have for you. So you created the CMA
Yes.
based on your own knowledge.
Yeah, it was just, again, it was a quick CMA, so there wasn't any adjustments made or
Right.
anything else like that. Yeah.
But then you ran it through AI. Did you share that with your client that you ran it through AI?
No.
Okay. No, and that's okay. I was just
I was like, am I in trouble?
No. My question was going to be because of how can I word this? Because our clients have been a little challenging lately.
All of them.
All of them. And people tend to question what we know
Yep.
and our expertise. My question was going to be, if you had told him it was AI, how that may have changed their response to the information.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
if they would have found that more valid versus you having done it yourself.
No,
you know what I mean?
I think it could go the opposite to an extent. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's just like anything else.
I'm just curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, it's an interesting fact, but I will also say somebody might say, "Oh, it's cheating. You put it through AI." How many? No, it's my
No.
assistant. It's my assistant at this point, right?
Yes,
And so
yes.
instead of sitting there and giving,
You're still evaluating the information.
100%.
Yeah. No, well, it's the same for my blogs and the different ways that I use it for writing and for my statistics class. That's really, really hard.
Ew, school.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I run everything through, but then I check it. And and on the writing side, it's really, and we've talked about this before, it's honestly just made me a better writer.
Okay, can I say something really funny? So I was talking to my friend and colleague Ike, and his daughter's coming back from her first year at UT, and he said that all of her exams are online except one, so she has to stay till Saturday morning. And he said, and her in-person paper exam is computer science.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's the irony, but you know why? Because they don't want them using AI.
They want them to actually know the information.
Yeah, but here's where I go on that. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
If there are tools that will make you more efficient. Now, you have to have the base knowledge and the
And
foundation.
that's the problem. So AI really started, so Gracie's a senior. And she's at the super smart school. The junior class, I believe, is the class that totally got busted using AI their freshman year.
Okay.
And they have basically been on this like wild probation their whole high school career.
Wow.
Like they are not allowed to use anything for anything because they wanted them to have the base knowledge. And yeah, they got busted using AI on, I think, an exam or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just took everything away from them. And they've had to go through their whole 4 years.
But I think this goes back to like them saying, you're not going to have a calculator with you at all times.
No, you are.
I surely do have a calculator with me
do.
at all times,
I
right?
do.
And so, yeah, like, am I ever going to need to memorize the periodic table?
No.
Ever again?
No.
Okay.
But these kids might.
Well, yeah, if they're going to go into, science or medical field,
But, yeah.
whatever. But ultimately, it's is that the right or wrong mindset to sit there and say? Because again, when we were in school,
I think
it was
you
like,
have to teach them how to use the tools that are available. I see both sides. I agree that they need to learn how, they need to gather the knowledge on their own, but then they also need to know how to take that knowledge
and apply it
and utilize the tools that they're going to use in the workforce, because that's ultimately, so to your point, as an example, Gracie's smarter than me. So she's like in an advanced statistics class.
Okay.
And I'm taking my first statistics class.
Okay.
But I'm using a program of some sort that I still don't understand, but she's not using that program. She's having to do it all manually. So when I need help, she can't help me. So that's the real problem because she doesn't know how, because I'm uploading data into the program.
Sure.
And she doesn't do that. She does it manually. Okay. Well, if she were to go and get a job where that was utilized, I don't even know where you would use statistics in a job, but I'm sure there's somewhere. She's not going to be doing it manually.
No, and that's
She's going to use the program.
Listen,
so you're right.
I am going to sit here and say this, and I know I sometimes have a different opinion than some. I think school is dumb. I think school is dumb. I think it's archaic. I think my child would be a hell of a lot dumber if she was in a school, and I'm going to put that right there. And here's
we can
why.
agree to disagree on that.
No, but here's why.
But schools
I think
only teach to a certain type of student.
They do. And so yours is a different situation.
Yes.
She's in a gifted school.
Yes,
And it's targeted
but-
in a different capacity.
But they teach to the way that she learns. There are many other gifted children who don't learn the way she does that would be failing out of that school.
Yeah.
So it has to do with how they teach.
Well, and that's the other thing too is, my child is more technologically advanced than most adults. And she's 11 and taught herself how to use the programs when she was 6.
Yeah.
So her brain already worked that way. And then watching her then figure out and connect the dots and do all of these things. So for me, I would sit there and go, if somebody probably would tell her, no, you can't do that. You can't do it that way. It's cheating, or you can't do this. And that's just, I just
How
don't
does
want
she
that.
use AI?
You know what's funny? She doesn't like it
Why?
because she feels like it's not original. So she's on more of the artist kick where
Yes.
she feels like it's taking jobs away from like artists and different people because they're cheating, whether it's the music
Interesting.
industry or whether
Yeah.
it's art or
Interesting.
all of that kind of stuff. And so she's kind of on that moral high ground for now.
And I understand what she's saying, except that I've seen AI art. We have some right here.
Yeah.
And it's fun, but I don't consider it art. I consider it a graphic or, because I feel like I can look at, like even working on stuff for my next campaign, Alan's putting stuff together and he's trying to save himself time. So he's using Canva and he's using AI. And I'm like, I can tell that's Canva. I need you to fix that.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same, and I think it goes back to the same point, though. As before, it was machines could take over certain jobs, like a kiosk at McDonald's, right? And you don't need somebody to work the cashier,
Right.
Well, then you need to figure out another skill set.
Right.
That at that point, I think we're still
Like helping the lady at the kiosk who can't figure out how to order her food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be at McDonald's, anyways. But I think we have to start thinking about that, though, even in the creative space.
Absolutely.
So maybe you can use AI to replace some of the tasks or the things that you did, but you need to be able to envelop new skills that you still need a human to do.
That will still embrace that creative element.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been working on that with her, but
that's interesting.
But what she doesn't realize, or she does, is that AI is built into everything.
Yeah.
Everything has, Amazon has artificial intelligence. Our phones have artificial intelligence, all of those type of things. So, I think she'll get
She'll
there.
come around.
Yeah.
She'll come around. It's her generation. What is she?
Alpha?
So is that her?
I think she's alpha.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Have they been categorized or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah. What else we got?
Let me see. Oh, so this I thought was interesting.
Okay.
Because AI can really do so many helpful things.
Sure.
So use AI security analysis for properties to highlight safety features.
Okay. Break that down.
So like for the area, is it, safe for a female who's living alone? Those types of things. So that's huge. Like that is a real help.
No, it really is, because I had a buyer consult.
Fair housing
Well, that's what I was
issue?
about to say. I had a buyer consult over the phone.
Okay.
Met this great couple that relocated here from North Carolina a year ago, have been renting, have a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
And met them at open house, and they reached out to me. I'm a little different. People would say that my open house strategy is silly because I don't make them sign in. I don't want to have it to where I'm forcing them to get into my ecosystem.
Really?
Yep. So I will tell you, I've also been very successful by not doing that and making it a much more relaxed environment. I use open houses most of the time just for a focus group to make sure that I'm not missing something on a listing, right?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
And so that's what I'm using for a lot of times. But connected with this young couple, and their big thing is we don't know Dallas, and we don't know which areas and pockets and neighborhoods, and we've got a 1-year-old, and we want something that's quote unquote safe, but that's subjective.
Yeah.
And there's crime everywhere. And so when I was talking to them on the phone yesterday, I said, look, here's what I'm going to be able to do for you. Is I'm going to empower you with tools so you guys can do your own research and decide what your threshold is or comfort level in different areas that we're going to be looking.
Yeah.
And because they also mentioned, schools. And I said, school ratings are also subjective, right? If it's just test scores and things of that nature. And so, we had the fair housing forum that we had at Metrotex this week. And that was one thing that stuck out in my mind. They said the number one thing that people violate on fair housing is school districts. And because they push them to certain school districts or certain schools and because of maybe cultural norms or anything like that. So needless to say, if you could sit there and drive somebody to, hey, absolutely. Here's the data. Here's how you can utilize that and research. So I think that's amazing to
because
use
then
AI
they
to do
can
that.
figure it out for themselves. Like they can take that information and translate it however they see appropriate
through
for
their prism
family.
and their filter.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That's good. That's
I
good.
like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we've got some cool tools. Great for females, but I think globally those were some great tools as well. I think they can be used on both sides of the coin. So yeah, super excited. As we wrap up, what do you have coming up today or in the future?
Here's the funny part. EXP is putting on an AI
we're doing
event
that today, right?
I know, at
I'm excited.
Metrotex.
Yeah,
so
super fun.
It's open to anybody, and I think it's great. They've just been bringing different programming, and they partnered with Metrotex to bring the programming to the association, and so we've been marketing that. And I just thought, why not learn to go a little deeper? Because I think right now you and I are probably more on the surface level of AI.
Gosh, yes.
And so I think it'll be interesting to drill down and go a little deeper. So I'm excited about that. Just got irons in the fire as usual.
Always,
and different things. So so that's it. And then just gearing up for Throttle Up.
Getting ready to throttle up.
I know. I'm really excited because it's the first time we're going to take this show on the road.
Yeah,
and
it'll be fun.
And there's so many people that are so interested in podcasting.
Yeah.
And there's so many different formats, the details of it. And I think it's going to be great to kind of peel back the onion for the folks that are going to be there. And they can see if the barrier to entry is something they really want to jump over.
Love it. Love it. Okay. All right, guys. We will see you on Friday at Throttle Up. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. And then if you missed our show, you can check it out on Apple and Spotify.
I love it.
I guess you wouldn't hear that if you missed the show, but
yeah,
it's a good point.
It's a good point. Hey, but it's cute. I like it. What the kids say, like and subscribe down below.
Like and subscribe.
Okay.
And have a great week, guys.
We'll see you later.
I love that. You go shop.